Hello folks, and welcome back to the channel. This is the 8th video in my Build a Follower series. Okay, last video we pathed all of our meshes to their proper textures. Was that fun? I'm happy. Yeah. You're welcome. I know you're saying, screw you, 9! But yeah, it was a lot of work, wasn't it? But you'll be glad you did it. And just a reminder, if you enjoy the content and you'd like to help support the channel, look down in the description. You will find all the links in the description to support the channel. Okay, in this video, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open Body Slide, because what we are going to do now, we are going to fit our armor to our new custom body. If you didn't make a custom body, you don't have to really do this. Although I do advise that you do it even if you're using just any body like UNP or CBBE, just to make sure that the armor fits correctly. It'll require going in and looking and testing, and you may have to do it a couple of times. So it's always a good idea. Anyway, once you got the Body Slide program up, you open Outfit Studio. And in Outfit Studio, click on File, and you want to go to Load Reference. Don't use, since we're going to do the custom body, we're going to do From File. And we're going to open up our custom body in Skyrim data meshes stain of body, and I want the female body 1. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load that. There's her custom body right there. Looks really good. Now I'm going to load an outfit, and I'm going to load from file, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to go here and I'm going to grab the female Cuirass 1 like that, and I'm going to load that in. Now it's going to look kind of funny because it has another CBB outfit mesh. Just go ahead and delete that. We're not going to need that. So we can see that it's going to need some more. It's going to need some work. And just to check, we're going to add a few things in just to see if it worked. Just to see if we got to work on those too. So we're going to go ahead and load an outfit. We're going to click Keep Other Shapes from File. And we are going to do the boots. You can see we're going to need to do some work with the boots. And we're going to do that again. Keep Other Shapes from File. And we're going to want the Nordic Carved Gloves female 1. This one right here. And we're going to stick those in there so we can see if we need to do any work there. It looks like maybe we need to do a little bit of work. Maybe not too much. We could tell by messing with that. But yeah, we are going to have to work on the armor and the boots, not so much on the gloves. Yeah, not so much on the gloves. So we can go ahead and we can remove the gloves. And for right now, we are going to remove the boots. So that is these two meshes here, so that we only have just this left. So we have to do a little bit of work here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to click on the decrease mesh volume in an area button, and we're going to set our scale of our brush right about there. Now you could fit the armor if you made a preset of this body in Body Slide. You can just use that to fit your armor, but I guess I'm doing it the hard way. Now I have the X mirror should be turned on. Yeah, I have the X mirror, so it does both sides. So what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to pull this whole thing down here. And I'm just scrubbing back and forth. You can see that it's pulling the mesh in. I don't want to pull it in too much. I don't have to pull it in the back at all. I need to pull it in the top a little bit right there. That'll smooth it out. And we'll take care of what looks like a nasty bump right there. If we go to the smooth setting, that's this button right here, smooth an area of the mesh. I'm going to kick the strength up. What that's going to do is smooth out any of the points that I may have caused. See, because there is one right there. See that point? I'm going to go ahead and scrub across on that. That takes care of that. Quite a bit, actually. And I'm just going to kind of scrub around. And that looks pretty good just like that. Now I'm going to go back to the decrease my mesh volume, because I want to decrease a lot of this here. And I'm going to want to, the way I want to do this is I want to keep decreasing this until it starts to clip through the skin. So I actually want to clip through it, and then I'm going to increase it until it comes out of the skin. See, just like that. And we'll scrub in right there. That's good. And I'm going to go ahead and keep pulling this in until it starts to clip in through the body. See, there it's starting to clip. And I'm trying to go ahead and get it as formed as possible to her shape. And the reason I used the custom body that I made is because that way her tattoos will show up while she's wearing her armor, because they don't actually show up if it's just her body, if it's just the armor, because it's not set. Some things you might have to play with, like this. Now we're going to go around and do this right here. and we'll get this as close as we can. We don't need it perfect because it'll still look good in game like that. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and decrease these pieces here, and you can see I'm like spinning the brush around, and that will cause it to do a larger area. So I'm just going to keep working on this and working on this until the skin starts to show through. I'm going to fix the top of it right there. I'm going to come around. I'm going to fix this one. You can see I got a little bit more right there. And like I said, I'm doing it until the skin starts to show through, because then we're going to increase that mesh. So that looks good. The chest looks just fine. It's going to need some increase there. These have to be decreased. We want to sometimes you want to move the size of your brush down so you don't like grab up in here. You don't really want to do that. So we're gonna do around in here. Until we get it close. All right. I'm going to go back and forth on it. Then around. See how much we need to shrink that down in there. I'm going to increase the size of the brush. Just like that. And we're going to go ahead and pull back and see how much we got to do here. We got to do some right here. And we'll decrease this right here as it will, that's good for that. And a little bit out like that. Okay, we've got the basic shape set up. Now we're going to go to increase mesh. The increase mesh button. It's right up here. And click on your armor again over here in the bones and meshes. Just in the meshes, just to make sure you have your armor clicked on. And then you just want to basically scrub around until the skin disappears. In this case, it's going to be really tough because okay, we're going to Control Z to change it, Control Z to change it again, Control Z to change it. And what we're going to do to fix this right here, because she's got her chest is like so close together, I'm going to click on the CBBE and I'm going to click on the decrease mesh, and I'm just going to make it go away because it doesn't matter. It won't change your body any other way. So we're going to go back to the increase mesh. That's good. Now we'll go ahead and fix our Control Z. Make sure you're on armor, like I was on body, and you just want to scrub it once and see where you're at. You don't want to increase too much. You just want to just increase it a little bit to pull it out of there so there's no clipping. Just like that. And sometimes it's real touchy on how it likes to work, so you got to really kind of be careful with it. Now we'll do the behind here, and we'll just scrub across until the skin disappears. And this piece here underneath, that's good. That looks good. And we're going to want to go up here. We're going to want to fix this, and we're going to want to fix this just a little bit, just enough to pull it away from the body. Fix this right here. That all looks good. Now I can see there's a problem right here, so what I'm going to do is, and when I say there's a problem, you can actually see through the mesh right there. So we want to click on our decrease mesh, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to decrease that mesh until we get some clipping with the skin there. And we're going to do that here until we get some clipping with the skin. And then we'll go back here. It's just a matter of sitting here and painting fixing your armor up until it fits your follower's body, which that looks pretty good. And it looks pretty good on the shoulders, on the back. Could use some work right here. I see some stuff that needs some work, so we'll go here. Like that. And then we'll just scrub this out until it that, and that looks a lot better. Yeah, that works right there. Okay, so you've got this part done. What you want to do is you want to conform selected, and it'll give you this right here. What I'm going to do, it says each vertex of the reference will copy its slider data into the nearest collection of vertices within the given radius. Bear in mind that some geometry will always require manual tweaking to become conformed and work well. Often the default values are sufficient. Well, we're going to do no target limit. We're going to hit default. Well, actually just no target limit. And we're going to push OK. And now we will go to conform all. Same thing, no target limit. Push OK, and then set base shape. Now we are going to save project as, and you can see that this is output file name. We're going to go ahead and we are going to copy that, and we are going to put in here in the display name. This is what you'll see actually in body slide. We're going to paste that in right there. we are going to push project. You'll see that since I loaded it from Thana's folder, it's right where I'll put it back into. Make sure your copy reference into body shape, copy reference shape into output is selected, and push save. Once that's saved, close Outfit Studio. You actually have to close Body Slide and reopen it, and then you will see in here, find your project, preview it. Looks awesome, just like that, and build. Now, the date is the 1st of December, it is 12:30 that I did that on, so we're going to double check to make sure the mesh updated correctly. So we're going to go into Thana's Armor folder, and the Nordkurus 12/1/29/30. Yep, it updated just fine. Now we're going to open up Outfit Studio again, and we're going to load reference, and we're going to load Thana's body again. And then we are going to load the outfit from file, and we are going to load the armor, the carved boots for the female, this one right here. No, that's not the carved boots. So what we're going to do is we're just going to remove that. I clicked on the wrong thing. Load outfit. Carved cuirass, boots, gloves, where's my... There, right there. And we're going to load that, and you can see that I'm going to need to do some work here on the socks, just on the socks, because it doesn't look like I'm going to have any problems with the boots. So I'm going to work on just the socks. So I want to click on sock, and it's just some clipping. We're just going to go ahead and color this in so that it basically covers up. So I'm going to click off the Nordic boots so that I can get this sock to look right, so we know that it looks correct. Bring this all the way around like that. Give it a little bit extra. I'm going to give it just a little bit of extra so it won't be clipping when she's running and stuff and walking. So especially in the backs of the legs, right there. Now I thought I seen a, just like that, and I'm going to use the smooth brush on it just to smooth the mesh out. Just move it back and forth like that. And I'm going to turn my boots back on, and there they are right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete the body out of this mesh, so it's just the boots. And I'm going to conform selected, conform all, set base shape. That's fine. And I'm going to save project as, and just like before, copy 000, paste that in, Click to project and save, just like that. Close that out, open that back up. There's the boots. Push build. There we go. Now, I actually have to do another clothing set because of the custom body that I used. I have a set of an outfit that I made when I was working on my Valhalla mod. It's from, I converted one of T.A.P 44's mini dresses for the barkeep to CBBE. So we are going to work on that next. So same thing, load reference, and I'm going to load from file because I want to make sure this body is the reference body. Okay, and load outfit from file, and I'm going to go to Thana, and I'm going to do the torso, which I can see that's going to need a lot of work. I actually do not need this base shape in here, so we're going to delete that. That's going to need a lot of work. And I want to see if I'm going to have to do the boots too, so I'm going to click on keep other shapes from file, browse, and the shoes are also going to need some work. Okay, so we're going to take these out, delete. We're going to go on to that, and we're going to scrub, and this needs to be, brush needs to be a lot bigger. I'm just going to, there. And I'm just going to keep scrubbing around until everything's covered, just like with the armor. Right, and cover that up. That's fine. That's good. Cover that up. Cover that up. And that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead with my smooth brush, and I'm going to kick the strength way up because I want to smooth the mesh in the back here. Just to smooth it so it doesn't look so clumpy. And I can see that I'm going to need to do a little more work right here, just a little bit. I'm going to go back to my smooth brush. I'm going to smooth this all out. And try to take some of the pointiness off. There we go. That'll work. And it looks good on the neck right there. So that looks good. So we are going to conform selected, same thing, no target limit. Conform all, same thing, no target limit. Okay, and set base shape, and save project as, it says torso, But this time we're going to do a different display name. 000. I'm going to call this Barkeep 01 Thana. That way I know what it is. And I'm going to click on that. So that's all good. And I'm going to save. Right? Now I'm going to load this outfit again. Keep other shapes. From file. And I'm going to do the shoes. Which should not be hard at all. It looked like they were pretty good in the front. They look all good. Look all good from the front and the back. I just have just a few to do here. Oops. Control Z to fix that mistake. And that's good. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to scrub this in. And I'm going to scrub the legs in the back here. And just for shits and giggles, just to make sure everything looks copacetic, I'm going to just scrub in a little bit and add a little bit to the outside here. There we go. So that looks good. Now, I'm going to take and I'm going to delete all of this. So where it is just the boots, I'm going to conform selected, conform all, and set base shape. And I'm going to save project as, it says Barkeep. We're going to call this Barkeep Thana Boots. And I need the torso to say something else. So I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to go to the clothes section. And I'm just going to copy the word shoes out of this mesh right here. And I'm going to put that in right there. Low weight, high weight, that's good. And I'm going to go back here and remember to click to project so that it saves the project, and save. And we'll go ahead and close Outfit Studio and reopen it. So we got Barkeep Thana. Preview it. Looks awesome. So we are going to go ahead and build that mesh. And the boots, they look awesome. And we're going to go ahead and build the mesh like that. Now our armor and our clothes are fit to our custom body. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks for watching. Remember, if you guys want to support the channel, look down in the description. You will find links to be able to support the channel there. Alright guys, until next time, remember to keep your sword sharp, don't be a milk drinker, and always watch the skies, traveler.